Hi, Ben here, and welcome back to another Work in Progress Wednesday. So today we wanted to talk about friction folders. Why would you choose a friction folder? What are the pros and cons? And also talk you through one of our friction folders, which is the Nomad. This has been a very popular design for, I hate to think, about 10 or 12 years now. And it's got various attributes and obviously a few different options, and we wanted to talk to you about all those different options. So our Nomad friction folder was basically developed off one of our most popular designs, which was the Woodlander. Now the great thing about a friction folder, as long as it's got certain criteria, it does make it a UK legal carry knife, because obviously you can have a friction folder and it can have a blade that's over 3 inches and therefore it isn't legal. So what we wanted to do when we designed our Nomad many years ago was we wanted to develop a knife that was under 3 inches, so obviously it was going to be compliant with the UK law, and obviously the fact that it's got no mechanical lock to it again means that it's compliant. So with the law itself, you can either have a slip joint that's under 3 inches or you can have a friction folder that's under 3 inches. So when they first came out, this one's still got quite a lot of oil on it from oiling the Makata, but when they first came out we made the blades in 01, and we purely made them out of either Makata or G10 with just one backspacer to it. Now that still makes a very full-size shapely handle to the overall knife, but what we found was, because people found that they could actually use this foldable knife that they could have with them at all times, and because it had a much more chunky handle than a conventional pocket knife, they could do much more with it. So from that, off the back of that, we decided to actually then add extra thickness to the handles. So we actually added extra cuddled liners to the knife handle itself, which turned it from a pretty full-size handle into something that literally feels like a full-size fixed blade, full-tang bushcraft knife. So with that, it gives you an incredible positive grip that enables you to do very controlled cuts. You can actually do some pretty powerful cuts with it as well. And basically with this shaped sort of handle that obviously replicates the Woodlander, you have got absolutely zero fear of your hand sliding off the handle and onto the blade. So compared to some pocket knives, our friction folder, the Nomad, has got pronounced both rear shape to the handle but also this prominent finger guard. So there is absolutely zero chance of your hand sliding down onto the cutting edge. Now, pros and cons of a friction folder over a conventional liner lock or a frame lock, or even some of these fancy knives that have got these axis locks and stuff like that, is the beauty of a friction folder is, what I think, is that you can actually deploy these one-handed. So you can actually, obviously if you've got a Kydex sheath or a leather belt sheath, you can then deploy the knife one-handed. You can then actually open the knife one-handed. So obviously if you're holding a piece of rope or something and you need to cut that piece of material under tension, you can operate the knife totally one-handed and then actually still close the knife one-handed. And obviously if I show you the one that I'm wearing on my neck, I can deploy it, I can open it, I can cut the piece of string, I can close it, and I can actually put it back in the sheath all one-handed. So it's a very convenient tool to use. The other great thing about keeping it as simple as a friction folder is that there is no mechanical lock to fail. There is nothing to have grit go in or the actual lock itself fail or become worn with use. The friction folder is literally that. It relies on the friction between these two handle scales, relying on a bit of friction between those and the actual blade itself. Now what we do is we incorporate phosphorus bronze washers in there, so it still is smooth to open, so there is very little resistance, but you get a good deal of tension on there. Now some people say that they don't like friction folders because they have this fear that it's going to fold on their fingers, but what I would say is that obviously if you're holding it in a very safe manner when you're carving with it and things like that, it is not going to fold. It might bend slightly, but it should not fold onto your fingers. And if you are using it for carving and you're applying pressure on the back of the blade like you would with a fixed blade knife, as long as you're still holding the handle like so, it's not going to actually fold on your fingers. Now with every Nomad that we send out, we provide a little torque spanner, so you can actually adjust this stainless steel torque. It's got a stainless steel pivot pin with this stainless steel torque screw, so you can actually adjust that. So obviously you can slacken that off and it makes it very easy to open and close. I personally prefer it if it's a little got a little bit more tension, so you can tighten that up very easily and then you can get that real nice bit of friction on there. Now the other advantage of a friction folder is that obviously when it comes to maintenance and you do want to dismantle it and clean any sort of pocket lint and things like that from inside that mechanism, you can take it apart with your torque spanner and you can take it to pieces very easily. Clean the blade if you want to do major maintenance on the blade. It's very easy to do that when it's actually out of the handle, and it's just so easy to actually work with. Now some people have actually started using what they call ranger straps, which are these rubber rings, basically like a more sort of elaborate rubber band that you can actually put round this handle of the knife, which will hold that blade in the locked open or the locked closed position. And that's great if you are having to do major sharpening and you don't want it to fold on your fingers. The other thing that I sometimes do when it comes to maintenance, if you're say grinding the blades and you want to make sure that that blade won't pivot on your fingers, is just to put a couple of wraps of masking tape or even like industrial tape or something like that, and that will work perfectly. So yeah, that's the few pros and cons of a friction folder over a fixed blade. The other thing that I also like about this, compared to some of the sort of standard pocket knives that you get, is even though a pocket clip is incredibly useful for carrying it in your pocket, when it comes to actually using a knife for any major tasks, this has a tendency to always dig into your palm and make it slightly uncomfortable. And the other thing that I find with most pocket knives is they tend to have very slender scales to them, so you can't get a lot of power behind your cuts. Whereas a Nomad, our friction folders, they've got this full-size handle, so you're going to get that really nice comfortable grip. So the other thing that has evolved over the years with our Nomad, like I say, when we first brought them out we only had them in carbon steel. We now use a lot of different steels, so these are all in ABL, which is a fantastic stainless steel. So obviously the combination of a stainless steel blade and a really nice composite handle means that you've got a totally weatherproof knife in its own right. And we only used to offer the Scandi grind, which obviously is iconic with the bushcraft scene, and it has its own merits. It's absolutely fantastic if you're going to be doing more bushcraft and woodcraft use. It gives you a lot of strength, a lot of material behind the actual cutting edge, and obviously some people find that the Scandi grind is still going to be the sharpest grind. I must admit, I think the edge that you can get on a Scandi just is unbelievable. So yeah, that is still my favourite grind, a true Scandi grind. What we have started to offer now is different grinds. So we've actually got a few saber grinds now. So this is a sort of halfway house between a flat grind and a Scandi grind. So you've got a grind that goes halfway up the blade. It reduces the overall edge geometry of the knife itself, so therefore you're going to be able to slice through food a little bit easier. And as a general sort of EDC knife, if you're going to be cutting through lots of cardboard boxes and stuff, this slightly thinner edge, if you have got to touch it up on a sort of pocket stone and things like that, you're going to be removing very little material, so therefore it's going to be very easy to sharpen in the field. With the saber grinds and the flat grinds, we tend to incorporate this little, what we call a sharpening choil here, so that you don't sort of bash up the actual plunge line of the actual blade itself when you come to sharpening as well. This one is in ABL as well, so again you've got a great all-weather knife, so if you're going to be taking a knife fishing or on a canoeing bushcraft trip, then something like that would be absolutely perfect. Now all of our Nomads themselves come with a Kydex sheath as standard, and that's great even if you're not going to wear it around your neck, which is probably the most comfortable way to wear it. If you take all this string off, it makes an absolutely fantastic way to carry that in your pocket. You can basically leave that in your pocket, and then literally as you put your hand in to grab your Nomad, you can just push that thumb ramp there. It opens up that Kydex and allows you to deploy the the actual friction folder itself. And the great thing about the Kydex is it locks that blade sort of closed, so there's absolutely zero fear of that blade opening on you when it's in your pocket. The other good thing that you can have for your Nomad is obviously a beautiful leather belt sheath crafted by Lois. Now these are in some of our amazing Orford waxed leather, which gives a very, very durable finish. So this is obviously waxed and molded to your Nomad, so you get a real positive fit. This is basically waterproof leather now, and it's going to hold that knife really nice and secure in its sheath itself. So obviously these come with an integral belt loop, so you can wear it on your belt, or again, some people actually still just put that in their pocket and they've got their knife protected and obviously holding it shut as well. Brilliant thing about all these different composite materials is obviously you can choose all these different colours. Some people like muted colours, obviously, so you've got the natural colours, the greens and the natural browns. Some people, if they're obviously going out into the snow or they're doing a lot of food preparation or deer work, they will go for these bright colours. My favourite at the moment are these ones that are made from this material called G wood. This is a material that's basically made from G10 and wood, giving you this fantastic sort of overall look that kind of almost looks like a sweet, really, like a sort of very colourful humbug, really. But the beauty of that is you've obviously got the beauty of timber itself, and then obviously those striking colours of the G10 itself. So we've got red and orange and black, and then we've got a really nice one that I think almost looks like an old sailboat, really. So again, you've got the option of Scandi grind or saber grind or flat grinds, and a choice of steels from carbon steel, stainless steel, either ABL, RWL 34, or even some in fancy Dama steel as well. But they make a great everyday carry knife that's both practical and looks great, and just becomes one of your favourite companions when you go out into the woods. So obviously the Scandi grind is great if you want to be doing any kind of major woodcraft. So obviously you get a lot more response from the actual wood itself, so you can get a real fine cut or you can take heavy cuts. I still think that it's the ultimate for doing sort of things like spoon carving, or if you're preparing feather sticks and things like that. So that nice wide Scandi grind gives you a load of sort of response, whether you're carving wood, or obviously if you're then sharpening the knife, you can actually then place that bevel on the sharpening stone or your strop, and it just works a treat. So this saber grind is more suited if you want an EDC style of knife. So you're going to be cutting packaging, sharpening pencils, cutting string. But obviously if you're going to do any kind of major food preparation, so say you were going to be preparing your nettles for your nettle soup, this is almost like having a kitchen knife in the field. So very thin edge profile, just perfect for slicing through material. No resistance on the actual blade itself, whereas the Scandi would probably be a little bit thicker and obviously not so suited for food prep. So that is our Nomad friction folder that has been a strong favourite in amongst our bushcraft tools. It gives you the feel and usability of a fixed blade, but obviously being under 3 inches and no mechanical lock, it is a UK legal folder. So yeah, really beautiful little knife to carry. Does everything you want it to do, really. So hopefully that's answered a few of your questions. We get a few questions of people asking what can you do with a Nomad, what grinds are available, and obviously how to sort of maintain it and obviously tighten that friction on there and stuff. But these are still available on the store, so if you're after a Scandi grind or a saber grind, there's still a few available. So remember to subscribe to the channel and tick that little bell for notifications, and we will see you again next time.